Welcome back to the Dividend Diplomats YouTube channel, guys. You've got your boys, Bert, the Hurt Locker, and Lanny, the DD guys. And guys, we're here to talk about why you, yes, you, cannot time the market and why you should definitely have second thoughts before thinking you're going to do just that.
Before you do that, smash that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. Guys, it's getting cold outside. We had some snow this week. Stop by the swag shop. Get a Dividend Diplomat
That one's
sweatshirt.
looking fresh.
It
And
is.
my sweatshirt's kind of fading out a little bit. I gotta get
Yeah.
another one.
Yeah. I dusted this one off. We pulled out the sweatshirts from the closet. It's getting cold. So threw the DD on. So check it down there in that below. Because let's get warm. Let's talk about some dividend stocks and one of the most important lessons in there. And what is that lesson, Lanny?
Guys, you can't time the market. You'll fail the majority of the time. I mean, Bert and I, we've probably made attempts indirectly trying to time it out. I'm a little stubborn here. I won't go all in here on this price. I'm really waiting for this price. Or hey, it got to this low price. Maybe it'll go just a little bit lower. Well, guys, the S&P 500, here we are filming it on November 2nd, is up 4% in just the last 5 days. So we're filming this on Thursday. So Friday through today, up 4%, up a few hundred points here in the S&P 500. The Fed released their news on Wednesday the 1st, possibly done with rate hikes. Maybe they've topped out. We'll have to see. Obviously, December's a meeting that's not too far away. But a lot of stock prices that Bert and I have talked about on all our previous videos that you can check out over the last probably 2 to 3 weeks, right? But we've really hit and covered more than 24 stocks, I feel like.
That's right. And that's why it's the importance of buying when the prices are right. And it's the importance of having a stock screener. It doesn't have to be our stock screener, but we would love it if you did. Don't take it the wrong way, but it's why it's important for you to have your own set of metrics so you know when an investment's in your buy box. And when it's in that buy box, buy. You don't overthink it. It meets your metrics. You know what your metrics are, and you buy the stock because things can change like that. And that's exactly what happened here. For all the people that said, hey, this is in the buy zone, I'll get to it in 3 weeks, I'll get to it in 4 weeks. Look what's happening. The market's getting ahead of you in your strategy. So that's kind of the importance here and what we're trying to feature and highlight in this video.
Yeah. And again, we hear a lot of commentary about, well, the risk-free rate is at 5.4%, or I can earn five, 4.5, 5.5 on a savings or CD. Well, a lot of these companies that we're going to talk about, well, briefly, again, we're going to talk about some basic stuff here. We're going to talk about 7 stocks where all of them alone, from their low point over the last 5 days, the lowest one is up 3.65%, and the highest one's up over 11% from their lowest point in the last 5 days. And just over a 5 day in general, some of these stocks are up close to 5% if you would have bought from Friday all the way through now. And that's why you buy when the prices are low, not necessarily when you feel like the market's going to crater another 20% or something like that.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And that's the point with the risk-free rate too. Your money's sitting there. Of 5 days ago, it was sitting there, and now it's lost out on the appreciation that comes along with it. It's no longer at that value that you were expecting. So that's always the trade-off between earning the savings rate and then just keeping it on the sidelines in this scenario versus investing it.
Exactly, Bert. So, guys, we're going to go into these 6, 7 different stocks. We're really just going to show the stock price currently now, what it's done in 5 days, just the straight up 5 day performance. And then what it's done since the low point within those 5 days. So if you were somehow found it at the low point and you're hesitant because you felt like you could have gone lower, well, we're about to show you what could have happened for you if you would have just bought it at that low point.
Yeah, that's right. So what we're going to do is we're going to kick this one off with a Dividend Aristocrat, one that has been actually one of my top. This has been one of the stocks that we've been watching, just adding and nibbling a share or two here and there. We'll start with T. Rowe Price, ticker symbol TROW, T. Rowe Price. So let's kick this off. Their price right now is at 94.29. Over the last 5 days, they're down 0.64%. So like, they're kind of hanging tight there, right? It hasn't done much. It hasn't moved much over the last 5 days. But that low point, 87.43. So it is up 7.85% from that low point.
Yeah, there was quite a bit of days where it was below 90, if I remember right.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people, I think myself included, I did buy a share, but not as much. So this is where I erred. I should have just, because I already said if it gets below 90, I should buy some stock of T Rowe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought one share because I even thought myself, maybe it'll get to 85, maybe it'll get to like 83. Well, guess what? It didn't, and now it's back over 94 from that 87 low point.
You want to talk about number two, Lanny? Let's just keep
Oh
going to
man,
the next example.
let's keep it moving, guys. We're talking about the Dividend King, the one that Bert owns 100+ shares in his and 100+ shares in his wife's account.
Yeah.
Johnson and Johnson. Man. So they're actually only up 1.33% in the last 5 days. So trailing the S&P 500 over these 5 days. But at one point they were under 145. So who here said buy it at 145? Let me see the hands like this. Let me see the comments. How many people actually bought though when it hit the 145, or how many thought that maybe it'll get to 142.50 or 140?
Right.
I only bought one share when it went around this area when I probably could have found more capital to do more.
Yep, let's keep it going here with the next one. Same theme, same story for the rest of these stocks. UPS, ticker symbol, UPS, 141.99 is the price over the last 5 days. They're up 2.71%. But that low point was 133.68. They're up 6.22% from there. I know I didn't grab any UPS at this price. I know you've been gobbling it up, Lanny.
Yeah, I might have gotten one at like the 136, 137, which I'm not mad about. But again, it's kind of one of those things. I had a plan to get to 100 shares, and I should have just swooped them all up when they hit 135, 137. When they went below 140, I probably should have just swooped them all up right then and there. But now it's 142. So I was trying to time those purchases because I thought it might have gone lower.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, it's not hard. Let's go to the next one. Number 4, same story. Main Capital, ticker symbol MAIN. It's funny. We've had both stocks that were on our Monday video that we did of our two stocks to watch this week, T Rowe and Main. We both did this. Like we both called this, and here we are talking about the reflection point later on. They're at 40.19, up 4.69% over the last 5 days. That low point though was 37.74. So they're up 6.5% from that low point.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. I think I grabbed maybe $100 worth when it went below 38, but I had a goal to make this a big position.
Yeah.
My price point for Maine was in the 38s. It went below 38. And why didn't I just finish my position that I wanted? I felt like it could have gone lower. I feel like I'm just making fun of myself here on this video, guys. If you're with me, like this video, let me know what you thought about Maine stock, because now it's from that low point up 6.5%.
Yeah, because that's a good point. We're not just making fun of people here for this. We're mad at ourselves. Like this isn't like this is also we're talking to ourselves here in this video too. This isn't just sharing out to the YouTube.
Yeah, Bert and I are gonna watch this video and sit here and comment back saying, yeah, that was me.
Yeah. All right. The next one, Medtronic, MDT. I was buying it at 75. I was buying it at 76. Why I didn't grab more of it when it was at the price it was is beyond me. 72.09. They're up 1.25% over the last 5 days. Lowest price, 68.84. They're up 4.7%.
Grab some below 70.
I don't think I did. That's the thing. I don't think I did. Here we go. I don't even want to talk about the next one because I'm even more pissed off about this one.
Well, Bert, let's talk about this next one.
I was hoping we'd skip it. I'm kidding. Texas Instruments, ticker symbol TXN. This one I did grab one. I grabbed one here. I don't remember what the price was. I really don't. But I know I grabbed one when I looked at it and saw this one wasn't right. They're 147.31, up 1.72% over the last 5 days. Lowest prices was 139.40. They were below 140. They're up 5.61% from this point.
Again, and then we had to finish it off here with a stock that everybody has been buying. But everybody, I think didn't exactly expect a big merger announcement as well. If you haven't caught our Saturday video, we're going to quickly bring it up here with Realty Income, ticker symbol O, buying SRC for over 9 billion in equity. Well, that sent the stock price tumbling down to what price point, Bert, over the last 5 days? What was that low point?
45.04.
And what has happened since then?
Jumped up 11%. This one I did grab. I picked up 5 shares at least. On the
Wow,
merger
wow, good job. You
acquisition.
weren't playing around.
Yeah, but it should have been 10. You know what I mean? Like it's that same story. It's like, well, why didn't I grab more? Like something from there. It's the same story, the same theme. Overall, everybody, let's just take a step back here. What have we learned? Can't time the market. Can't emphasize that enough. We just gave you 7 different examples for why you can't time the market.
And these 7 stocks we brought up here, because these were the stocks Bert and I we were talking about buying.
Mhm.
Some we were buying, some we were talking about buying. So some that we actually ended up not being able to buy because we felt like we could time the market a little bit. Maybe there's still a little bit more room to go down, or we nibbled just enough to feel like we got something, which is fine. I mean, you got the 3 levels, right? You've got, I feel like it's going to go lower. I do nothing. You got, I grabbed like me $100 of Maine when it went below 38. And then you've got the real dogs that are like, I liked it at 38.40. I have a goal of X. Oh, look, it's below 38. Finish your positions.
Yeah. Yeah. There's many different ways to do it. So I guess we would ask the community, what were some examples for you? Are you feeling some of the remorse that we're feeling right now? Do you have this feeling, this shitty feeling? I don't know what more to say of like,
Wah, 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 wah.
yeah, bleep it out. I don't know what you need to do, but yeah, I mean, Lanny, what other thoughts do you have here?
Guys, obviously there's a capital issue as well. So we understand that if you didn't have like all $1,000 that you wanted to spend on J&J stock and you only had $100, that's one thing. But when you had it all and you were just hesitant because you felt like it could go lower, hey, you know, in the words of Warren, price is what you pay, but value is what you get. So if you feel like you've evaluated a stock like J&J, or you felt like you evaluated Realty Income and you're like, hey, I like it at 145, I like it at 45, and they hit that, just
Just
follow through, follow through.
yeah,
That's the key piece, I think, is following through.
remember, build your metrics so you know ahead of time if it's gonna be in that buy box, and when it's in that window, you just punch through and do it.
Yeah, another thing you guys could consider doing too, to take some of the thinking and watching, you could always set limit orders, which a limit order is buy 5 shares if it hits 145,
Yeah, it's a
or
great way to do it.
and just don't have it expire until it's triggered.
Yeah.
Uh, so there's just many ways that you could protect yourself from timing the market and getting inside of your head a little bit during this volatile time period.
You know what else the people should do, Lanny?
Subscribe and like this video.
That's absolutely right. That's what the people
Buy
should
some
do.
Dividend Diplomat swag, repping
That's
that hoodie.
exactly what they should do. And what
Yep.
else do we have to tell these people here, Lanny?
Well, outside of save your money, invest it, keep staying consistent with your investing strategy, build that passive income stream, reach financial freedom, and you're either with us or you're against us, Jack. That was Bert, the Hurt, and Lanny from the Dividend Diplomats. Over and out.